Hey, Terry here. This could be a really short video and everything. I've been in pretty deep thought about the elections and all that stuff, and I try not to get too wrapped up in it because I know the end of the book, and when I say that, I'm talking about the Bible and everything, and bad stuff's gonna happen. It doesn't matter. Well, I guess it does matter who you want to win president or why you want them to win president. It matters, but in the long run, it doesn't matter to how the ending is going to be for the world, if that makes any sense. And if you've been watching any of my videos and stuff, I do a lot of weird stuff. I mean, you see me trying to raise bees, or you see me trying to raise quail, or whatever it is. I'm always doing something new. I like doing things new, but there's a reason behind the madness. It ain't like I just try new things to make videos about it and everything. Um, I've always been kind of a prepper type person. I don't want to be confused with the whack jobs you see on TV that's making like, you know, paintball guns that shoot acid bullets or something. Um, but I've always tried to have a backup plan. No matter where I've worked, I've always had side gigs. I I remember back when yard waste just started not getting to be picked up by the trash man and everything, and I was a trash man then, and I had a little side business. Me and my friend went around hauling people's bags of leaves off for $1 a bag, and I remember scrapping extension cords and whatever I could, making some side money here and there. And I've always done little side money things, and I've always tried to keep my bills really low because I've been the kind of person, if I don't like a job, I'll just quit. No big deal. I'll go get another one. Jobs are always has always been easy for me to find, not just jobs, but decent paying jobs even. But I I read in Proverbs a lot. It talks about the ant storing up, because something's coming. In that case, it'd be winter, coming. And it talks about a sluggard, that they'll die because they're too lazy to lift the spoon to their mouth. And this is a time, that I think we probably should be storing up. You should be preparing. You should be doing something in case our economy gets hit. I mean, we watched through different times in the last years where you couldn't get toilet paper. I mean, people was having getting runs. They was having runs on the store to get toilet paper and everything. Um, and then there was lettuce shortages and hamburger shortages and egg shortages, and half the time I think it was just a made up thing to jack the price of whatever they sandwich we was having a shortage with. I've never been one to trust the government too much. um, I think they use their power to benefit themselves, not just the top dogs, president and vice president and senators and all the way down to just little piddly offices, even aldermen, they might get a special parking spot. I don't know what their deal is, different people, but I don't trust government, especially when they're not the type of person that thinks their job is to be serving those around them. I thought that was a public servant, but it seems like nowadays they're more like, they're not a public servant. They're someone to order you around and tell you what to do with your stuff, and I'm not for that. That's the opposite of freedom. I mean, they're not supposed to take away our life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. But it seems like every new rule they got makes me a little bit more unhappy. Anyway, let me encourage you to maybe just store up some non-perishables. Some cases of water, some seeds if you have to. I mean, I'm not a gardener, but I am going to learn how to garden this year. Actually, I should say next year. If we keep depending on the way things have always been, we might be in a shell shock when we are not able to get it no more. I drove trucks for years, every kind of truck. For the last 7 or 8 years, I've drove tractor trailer in the St. Louis area, and there's times of the year when I see all these grain trucks. They're just lined up, to dump their grain on a barge, to ship it to the other countries, mainly China, and they process it and ship it back to us as different processed food, whether it be flour or cereal or whatever it is, and we buy it back from them. They have kind of bought our land, and that they want to, they could cut us off from our own food. And I know that sounds like I'm crazy, Terry, but let me encourage you to store up a little bit, okay? Try to make yourself a little bit more self-sufficient and less dependent on the way things are. I wouldn't depend on the government. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. I would not, depend on them, because there's too much lying going on. I mean, there's too much not pushing the law here and letting off on the law there, and really punishing people for little things. Depends on who you are and what they want to do. But let me just encourage you, be a little bit more self-sufficient. If you're someone that can grow a great garden, great. But if you're someone that can just do a couple things, that's fine. Get it back in our neighborhoods. Trade with your neighbor. You grow potatoes, he grows tomatoes. You guys, you guys can have ketchup and fries. But just, I am praying for you, and we are in this together. And I am really asking you, be more self-sufficient. I mean, I'm not calling you stupid if you're not. You might be in a way better financial place than me, but finances can plummet any second, and you're gonna have to depend on you. And anyway, God bless you. Bye bye.